country is like another means of bank. It's like critical to me to getting the hell out. So. These fonts are just dope. These logos. Good morning. I am your host, Secunda. You're listening to Imagine a World. We are here live on this beautiful Sunday morning. I'm so grateful to be here this morning. I was just chopping it up with some folks that I'm introduced to you in less than a minute about the importance of taking time for yourself. Yesterday I did nothing. The bad thing about me doing nothing is that I waited till I couldn't do nothing, you know. And like when you was like, look, I'm done. Whatever, I'm done. But what I like to try to build for myself, and even I encourage you, I hope you were able to do this week or you're able to do this summer, is to create space for yourself to just live, to breathe, to vacate, to rest. And sometimes resting is just resting your mind. You know what I mean? Not thinking about saving the world, not worried about what's going on with your fam, or sometimes even yourself. Indulge, chill out. Because we don't be here anyway, right? Whether the world fall down, whether Trump become the dictator, you know, whether, even if we're able to create this world that we imagine for ourselves, this beautiful world, there will still be problems. There will still be some injustices, unfortunately, and we'll still need to rest. So yeah, rest. However, right, back to what's going on today. I'm so glad and so excited to have my brother in the studio, Autumn Raw. This man is a beast. He has his hands in so much good. He is the Minister of Information for Blacklist. I'm sorry, it's not Blacklist. Blacklist Association, sure. And many other organizations. He's just launched, him and his people just launched a new media group, and he's gonna share that with us. But he is really a worker for the people, a person after my own heart, because y'all know I'm about the people. So, you know, when I'm able to come across and meet folks who are genuine in their love and their service of our community, it is a gift to be in their presence and be able to chop it up. So, what's up? Good morning.
Man, what's good, man? You know I love you because I got up early, man.
On a Sunday morning.
Yeah, but nah, it's all good, man. It's all good, man. I'm feeling good. I'm always honored, you know what I'm saying, to be, you know, back, you know what I'm saying, at the historic, you know what I'm saying, all over radio, man.
Right.
You know, it means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to the community. And, you know, man, I'm just a man that, you know what I'm saying, love his people, man. And, you know, with me having children, you know, I know that I have a duty and I have a responsibility to put them in a better position than, you know what I'm saying, where I started. And so, you know, that's my motivation and my focus. And we here.
That's right, we here.
We here.
We here building a new world, tearing stuff down, protecting what we build, doing what we do.
For sure.
One of the reasons why I asked you here today is to discuss some amazing things that you have happening.
Got a lot going on. Got a lot popping.
Tell us about, so you've recently launched a media group. Am
Well,
I not saying that
well,
correctly?
what essentially it is we're starting as a internet radio station, but
Okay.
we're looking to do a lot more. You know,
Okay.
we're looking to one, continue to help artists have more platforms. You know what I'm saying, when they're ready to promote a project.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely think that we have to build up the underground.
Yeah.
Build up, you know what I'm saying, our local talent that's really out here, that's creators and innovators, you know what I'm saying, not just rapping and singing, but, you know what I'm saying, artists, people that's involved in tech, you know, people that's involved in media,
Yeah.
and also young professionals. And so, and we're really looking to help the millennial crowd, you know what I'm saying, because a lot of them, a lot of us, you know, even though I'm on the older end, but, you know what I'm saying, I'm still a millennial.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of us feel that our voices aren't being heard, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, in the media. But, you know, it's dope that a lot of us are starting to create our own, you know what I'm saying. That's where, you know what I'm saying, all real radio came from, you know what I'm saying.
That's
Just,
right.
you know what I'm saying, wanting to create your own and practice Coochie Chagalia, you know what I'm saying, where we define ourselves, name ourselves, and speak for ourselves. And so, Action One, you know, will be a collaboration that we really just want to inspire action. You know, we want to keep building up the voices for the next generation. You know, we want to keep helping people that want to start their own podcast, people that want to be a musician, and, you know, not only just have a place for their music to get played, but we're also going to work towards setting them up with attorneys so that they can get their business right,
Yeah.
helping them with people with marketing, you know what I'm saying, and in different aspects, because, you know, that's where a lot of our artists lose money, you know, and not knowing the business.
That's right.
And so, yeah, we just want to, and, you know, just everything that's going on in the community as well, you know, continue to bring in those voices so that they can help let other people know what's going on and keep the community informed.
Yeah.
And, you know, I have a dope partner, Joy Jackson.
Joy,
Joy's
shout
real
out!
dope, man. I love Joy. You know, that's my boss. You know what I'm saying? She keep me in line because y'all know I can go off the rails. So, you know, she definitely helped me. You know, Janetta with the marketing, and, you know, we build it. You know,
Yeah.
that's what we're here for. And you know, it started, of course, with you know, everything I was doing with Melanated and Illuminated.
That's
and,
right.
You know, that's still rolling. And
Yeah.
like I said, we just want to continue to be a voice for the people. And, you know, with that comes great responsibility. You know what I'm saying, as well. So we just want to be in control of the culture.
Yeah. And why do you think it's so important for us to continue to build, especially particularly like media or spaces of information, particularly for our people?
Well, the thing is, if you don't control the narrative of the conversation, the people, I mean, the those that do control the narrative can make the people believe anything. You know, I'm pretty sure you're aware of the, you know, the breakdown from the 85%, the 10%, and the 5. And so, you know, the 85 is going to be, you know what I'm saying, the 85, they're going to follow what is out there. And so, you know what I'm saying, those of us that are the poor righteous teachers, you know what I'm saying, we have the duty, knowing that, to feed them, you know what I'm saying, the proper information, because if not from us, they're going to get it, you know what I'm saying, from somewhere else, and it's going to be detrimental to their way of thinking.
Yeah.
And, you know, the media, you know, I always say the media is the fourth branch of government.
It is.
You know, and that's what the governments and the corporations use to subconsciously implant, you know what I'm saying, that message within the people.
Yeah.
And so now we're here breaking the cycle, letting people know that it's okay to, you know what I'm saying, to have your own thought, you know what I'm saying, it's okay to question, you know what I'm saying, what they're telling you, you know, question what I'm saying. And that's the biggest thing, just, you know, helping people, not telling people what to think, but showing people how to think.
That's right. And many people, like, you know, so basics of government is like, you know, if you don't have a democracy without a media. Their democracy does not exist. This is not like just, oh, I'm guessing. This is part of, it's written within the folks who created even this shabby, I mean, folks who created this system of democracy. It's a very important part of it, but a lot of us don't realize the weight or the power that media has over us. They used to say back in the day, in like advertising, prior to social media just really taking off in the way that it has, that a person needs to hear something 5 times, right? To then begin to pay attention to it. They saw it. And so any person who has just created a new product or a new need for you to now something for you to need, or any person who is now saying, hey, I want to be your representative governmentally, they're aware of, or at least the people who taking care of their business are aware that they just need to see my name. I just need to create something for them to remember me, and then those things then become true to us. What are some of the, since we're talking about that, what are some of the things that you okay, I ain't gonna go there yet.
Yeah.
We gonna save it to the end. We gonna save it to the end because we gonna go deep. We gonna go deep. I'm gonna save it to the end, y'all. I'm gonna save it to the end because he stay ready. So, okay, I'm gonna rephrase because I was gonna start with the negative, positive. What are some of the things that you all see doing as far as really moving the culture in a way to be able to get information for themselves that you don't see out there, right? Or that you don't see enough of? Like, what are those things?
Well, for me, I think it all starts with the youth and the next generation of thinkers. You know, I definitely, present a lot of information to people our age and everything else like that, because, we need to be informed and we need to know, and we're knocking on the door of being the leaders, right now. But at the same time, I think as far as it relates to actual solutions and things that I see practically actually, changing and happening, and things I'm seeing manifest is having conversations with, those high schoolers, those people at early college, middle school, all the way down to elementary. And reaching them before, they get too indoctrinated, and they get, too burdened down, before they start hating being black, before they start having issues and unsure about themselves as it relates to any type of identity, Like the main thing is, however you identify, just know yourself, and know your worth. Yeah. And so, when you really start looking into it, you see that happens early. Our young women, experience trauma at early ages. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then, later on, when they're 20s and their 30s, people wonder why they have certain perceptions towards the world and men and everything else like that. And, even though, I do go toe to toe with, some of my homegirls, I still, within the grand scheme of things, get it. And so, like I said, reaching down and, me, I don't never feel the need to, even though I have daughters, I have 3 daughters, but as far as it relates to the general conversation, I don't try to tell women how to be women, what I'm saying, or anything else like that. I more so work with the young men and teach them, how to be young men. And like I said, like, how can we stop, contributing to, some of the trauma and some of the things that our women are going through, I think that's something that, we can actually do, and a message that we can actually have. And when you go talk to, even these elementary and middle school boys, and, they laugh and everything else like that about dating and joking and everything else like that. But then when you start bringing it home to, how they got a mama and a sister and everything else like that. And, how would you feel if, that was your sister being treated? Oh, did it change us real quick? You know what I'm saying? And that's, teaching them, like I said, just how to think, how there's a lot of different traps, that are set up out here, And so I think, like I said, definitely talking to people our age is cool, but solutions and things that we are actively working towards, it's towards the youth. And so actually, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, we just did our second annual youth economic seminar.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Shrine of the Black Madonna.
Shout
You know what I'm
out.
saying? That's where the food truck festival is going
That's
down
right.
too. We'll talk about that in a minute. But we had about 75 to 80 youth. Ages 8 to 18, and we work with them on starting a business, understanding the managerial side, the marketing side, and the financial side. Also, shout out to Lead 360. You know what I'm saying? Got to show up here too. Well, brother Jay Nicholas, you know what I'm saying?
Jay Nichols.
Yeah, Jay Nichols, man. Yeah, shout out to him, man, and Lead 360, man. You know what I'm saying? They're another dope partner. But yeah, we just, we work with the youth, man. That's why I feel that the work is, and the Blacklist and Melanated Men of Action, Melanated and Illuminated. We there for the babies. You know what I'm saying? Puffy is cool, but Wu-Tang is for the babies. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true, and it's a very I've been noticing a lot of the things, a lot of efforts, initiatives that you all create, and things that you have going on that directly impact the youth. There's so many people that don't know about it. We don't know what's happening. We don't know what's going on. How can, if there's some children out there who want to be involved or want to kind of keep up with with what you all are doing, or some parents out there, even some folks who want to recreate it,
Absolutely.
How do they get in contact with you all, and what should they do?
Most definitely. Well, anybody looking out, man, you could just Google the Blacklist Association Houston. You could visit us at blacklisthouston.org. Or you can straight up call me at 713-320-1803. And, if don't nobody else answer, you know what I'm saying, I text me, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and we'll look out for you. Because the thing is, just like, being with you and Brother Stevens and, you know what I'm saying, like everybody else that, like, I really know and kick it with and really have love for are people that, I don't know from hanging out and partying, you know what I'm saying? People I don't know from back in my music days or anything else like that. All the people I know are people that I see them in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Like, we working, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got how many, all our pictures together, we ain't in no, we here at the radio, but our pictures are in the streets putting in work. And so, it's a beauty to continue to build that network to where, you know what I'm saying, even though Blacklist or Melanated Men of Action may not have anything specifically catered to young girls. I know, BLM, HTX, you know what I'm saying? I know Sister Miranda Evans in the Trouble Movement. I know other sisters, you know what I'm saying, that's working. And so, to be able to have that network in the same way, you know what I'm saying, when they have young boys that they having issues with or anything else like that, you know what I'm saying, they can send them to us, and we can let them know about the different initiatives and things like that that are going on, because like I said, it's not just us out here, this goes back to the media, the importance of our own media outlets to continue to let people know about the different initiatives that are out here, because these initiatives also need the community support. They need the promotion, they need the financial support, so that because the next level we have to get to is actually building programs that's going to sustain when we're no longer here.
That's right.
Because that's the thing I think about, like, even with all the good stuff, that we do, what's going to happen, we know everything going on, I can get pulled over on my way home and, it'll all be over. So we have to have it to where these programs are going to continue on, like, regardless of, any of us being there.
That's right. And that's a very powerful point. One of the things that I see, even with the generation that laid this foundation before us, many are still around. It's like okay, when something happens to them, though, who can lead in that way? And being able to create something that lives outside of us. A lot of times there's so much in our head, and a lot of people depend on us, you know, to lead, and it's not out there. And if we're not there, then it falls apart. And that's just, that it's okay, but that's not gonna solve our problems. Which is why one of the organizing methods, you know, just outside of that, this single one person leader, or even a group leader, you know what I mean, even an organization, it's really about building people, and building folks to be able to really lead for themselves. And that is in my mind, that's the solution to our, I mean, it's many. I didn't say that 3 times, but
no. But I mean, you bring up a good point, like as it relates to organizing. I rock with Kwame Ture. I learned a lot from him, and that was his big thing on mobilizing versus organizing.
That's right.
And organizing is really, you know what I'm saying, what we need, because we're not necessarily suffering because of what's going on now. We're suffering because we've been through, you know what I'm saying, multi-generational trauma. We've been through, you know what I'm saying, multi-generational, you know what I'm saying, drug issues, and being oppressed economically, you know what I'm saying? And so these things have built up, you know what I'm saying, over time. And so organizing helps start to reverse that trend, you know what I'm saying, to where you're thinking, you know what I'm saying, 4 or 5 generations down the line, what's going to happen, you know, not just what's popping now.
That's right. And you mentioned, kind of dropped a little dime a little bit, a little something about a certain food truck. Festival that's happening in H-Town. Black Food Truck Festival. Black Food Truck Festival that's happening in H-Town. Food, family, community, culture. I cannot wait. Tell us about that.
It's going down.
This is not the first one.
This ain't the first one.
This like number 3?
No, this is the
number
second
2?
one. Yeah,
Okay.
And last year, you know, we had people come from Dallas, Louisiana. This is the second annual Houston Black Food Truck Festival, going down at the Shrine of the Black Madonna, August 25th, from 12 to 8. Yeah. We're going to have fun zone for the kids.
Come on.
We're going to have entertainment, local entertainment. Sister SWAT might be emceeing.
Come on, SWAT.
But that's an exclusive for all, because I'm at All Real.
All Real, that's right.
We in discussions. We gonna get Sister SWAT done now. But we're gonna have, you know what I'm saying, different local talent come through. We're gonna of course have the vendors inside. So it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, more small businesses and entrepreneurs. And of course, we're locking down the official number. But we're looking to have, up to 15 black food trucks.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying, in one place. And excuse me, that's one of the things that really inspired us to do it, just because down here in Houston, we have food truck festivals, you know what I'm saying, all the time. But, just like, a lot of different things, you know what I'm saying, we don't necessarily get, you know what I'm saying, the love, or, you know what I'm saying, everything else like that. And so what we did is we've reached out to, a lot of different food trucks here in Houston, and they've been great partners, because a lot of them have good food, good prices. And so we're putting them together. So it's going to be a beautiful day of family fun and cooperative economics. You can get tickets on Eventbrite. Tickets are $10, but make sure that you follow the Blacklist Association on Facebook, because every now and then, if you follow us, we might pop up with some flash sale tickets. You might see when we're at different places giving away tickets. So definitely go to the Blacklist Association on Facebook, Blacklist ORG on Instagram. And you can see everything that's going down. But yeah, we're really excited, man. We're really excited. Like the lineup this year, like as far as entertainment, is gonna be crazy. We got a crazy DJ, and then like I said, good food. Like it's gonna be good food. Like, you're gonna get to eat. Like you're gonna get to eat. We looking giveaways. So yeah, it's gonna be fun for the family.
Yeah.
Everybody can come out. Like I said, the Shrine of the Black Madonna, 12 to 8. So we're gonna be out there all day. August 25th. Yeah, come on. I know our real gonna be in the building. You know what I'm
we
saying?
are.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have the fam in there. We're gonna have a few other outlets there. And yeah, it's just gonna be fun for the community. You know what I'm saying? We like we like to, give entertainment, what I'm saying, to the people.
Yeah.
And like I said, at the end of the day, when you look at it, we're gonna be having fun. It's gonna be family and everything, but it's going to be a day of cooperative economics. It's going to be a day of our people spending money with our people. Our people getting good customer service from our people. Yeah. And really see, that's the thing. Like, you have to give people examples in order for them to believe it. You know what I'm saying? We can say support black businesses. There's black businesses out there with good customer service. Because, that's one of the stigmas, that we have against black businesses is they don't do good customer service. They don't do good business and everything else like that. And so if we can continue to put together events like this to where we put it in people's faces to where, hey, you see right here, you know what I'm saying? And beyond the food truck festival, you get these trucks cards. You follow them on Instagram. You can see, you know what I'm saying, where they at. And then once you start following them and looking up, you see they everywhere. You know what I'm saying? They everywhere. Like, dang, I didn't even know. Because like when we did it last year, I want to say we had about 13, 14 food trucks. And people didn't even know we had that many food trucks. You know what I'm saying? Black food trucks down here in Houston. And there's even a lot more that didn't reach out to us that we just can't, you know what I'm saying, necessarily fit on the property. But yeah, that's people that, you ask who the black food truck, people name maybe 2, 3, you know what I'm saying? But that's 20 plus. Down here in Houston. So we just looking to show them love, show the vendors love, show the Shrine of the Black Madonna love, and just, show the community love.
That you brought up so many excellent points. One, I started thinking about how when I was growing up, how you couldn't used to pass a corner without it being a barbecue truck. Like, there was a barbecue truck on every corner. And then also, what happened to that, not just to, but just thinking about this emergent, this new but not so new thing that's happening. And then also the importance of cooperative economics and how that builds us. So I'm reading a book, or I've read a book probably twice now, but we're preparing to do this organization that I've been working with a while now called Project Curate. BLMHTX partnered with them a while back, and just start doing some stuff. And one of the things that they focus on is teaching, right? And a book that we are going through for this, we have different semesters of classes and training and all that kind of stuff. But we're reading a book this semester. That's my point. By the author by the name of Adrienne Marie Brown, and the name of the book is called Emergent Strategies. And one of the things that she focuses on, and she talks a lot about, the book was influenced by, if you all know, Octavia Butler, who is a sci-fi African-American woman. She wrote this stuff way back in the day, 80s, or whatever, or sometimes even before. Some of her books came out probably in the 70s, 80s, and she had all these beautiful ideas and created these beautiful worlds. But of course, in relation to what was going on now, she looked at nature and how nature moved and how nature was organized and sort of created from there. And Adrienne Marie Brown, who studied her work, created these ideas of these ways that we build, organize, grow communities, or whatever, looking at nature, looking at the work of Octavia Butler. And one of the things that she talked about is fractals. right? And then fractals are like these really small, like you think of cells, these patterns that you see everywhere. And the patterns start off small, but the entire world, everything that we see and even things that we don't see are built off of these consistencies, of these patterns. What I see in the work, a lot of the work that you all are doing is, it's like this consistency and this pattern of coming together, building real relationship. And that was the key to really in the book. One of the things that she pushed back on is what you talk about, kind of what we mentioned earlier. It's like this idea of like mobilize a whole bunch of people, we get a whole bunch of numbers, there's no relationship, and we get, things happen, no shade to those things, but really about long-term, that root building, what trees create under the ground that we really can't see. And those things are sometimes, they grow a little bit slower sometimes, depending on what the environment is or what the people are. Even she mentions dandelions, right, which has their own system of continually to create, but they do it everywhere. So it's just about. So one of the things that I think she helped me to kind of put in words, in a framework of what I see when I see you all and the work that you do, why it just like lights my heart. Like I'm always really excited about it, because I see the value, not just in like a future hope of what's gonna happen, but that too, but also in like the community, the way that it's built. It's a very, I believe, I'm on the outside looking in, right? This ain't my organization, but from what I see, it's a very, very African centered way of creating and building. It's very indigenous to us. And I think a lot of times we compare, even with our like restaurants or our groups, our organizations, we try to compare what we see built not for us and not by us, and then we want our stuff to fit into that box, but it does not. Right. Black people can give you the best customer service in the world, but if you think a black mama is gonna have the same response as a white mama, who has a different, that's just not it's not even in our DNA. Right. You know what I mean? In the way that we caretake, in the way that we offer service, the way we offer service sometimes, we all can learn all kinds of things. That's not what I'm saying. And we learn from each other, from being in this country together for a very long time. But when you go to a black restaurant, a lot of times, even when it's the best service, they're very honest and real with you. I never forget, I was at 713. I'm calling y'all, I don't even know if that's the real name, but I was at 713 and we had this waiter, and the waiter came out and he was like, he explained the menu to us, and he was like, 713 is black owned, black waiter. And he was like, oh yeah, this is if you with that pork or with that, just the way he described the menu and the things that were on the menu, very professional, very pleasant, but it was real honest. You know what I mean? It was real. It was very authentic to who he was. And I think sometimes we expect small businesses to have this. McDonald's spends millions of dollars on psychologists and sociologists and experts in different ways to define how that place is going to feel for you when you, even in the creation of the architecture, when you walk in that space. And there are reasons why you think customer service, they have templates on what to say, on what you scripts, surveys. Come on now, you don't just say anything. That would you like me to supersize it? That was a script. You know what I mean? And like those things, don't expect that from us. You're right. You know,
right, that's facts. And like you said, like you mentioned, a lot of black businesses are simply small businesses.
Yeah.
And small businesses, like you said, they don't have the same amenities, that you're used to for going to corporations. But you definitely want to support small businesses that are giving back to the community. That way, where the actual money is going. But I think just a lot of unrealistic expectations.
Yeah, and not even looking at the beauty, because I don't even necessarily feel like because there are some things you cannot get from those small businesses and a lot of times in those small businesses, the people they're gonna be there. Mm-hmm. They know what you like. They're more, they move more to what sometimes your needs are. They know your name. I'm gonna give, for example, the Black Bank, Unity Bank. So what I would like to see a Black bank be able to do is to really influence my community in a way that I see economic change and growth. I don't know if Unity Bank is doing that. I mean, just quiet as club. I don't know. I just joined the Black Bank during the time everybody else did it, right? And I didn't. But I understand they doing all that, but I can tell you what I like about them versus whatever I've experienced. So me being a Black woman, I've walked in banks, and depending on if I have a different type of check or whatever, I've been treated like a thief. Right? I've been questioned. I've been, treated like is this, just how they do extra security measures. Right. And it and you feel it. Right? And it bothers me. And don't get me wrong, it doesn't happen everywhere. It doesn't happen at every bank I go to. Right. But I feel it. But when I go into Unity Bank, it's a small bank, it's a Black owned bank. There are some things, because it's a small bank, that I don't, it's not as easy, right? There are some charges that I don't like. But because of my particular experience as a Black woman who is often treated like a thief, I'm just gonna keep it real. It's frustrating as hell for me. But are treated like somebody who you need to watch. When I walk in that place, they know my name. I don't have to answer. I mean, just the way that I'm treated like a human being, because that's something I don't get from everywhere. I need that for sanity in my life. Right. You know what I mean? So those are the type of things when I walk into and it's not just the way I'm treated like a human being, but a lot of times when you walk in Black owned, the culture is my culture. The people, the way they move and talk and act is familiar to me. And it feels good. That energy. That energy is life-giving. I mean, just, keeping it real. So, and you don't get that everywhere you go. You ain't got to, speak two languages. You don't have to double talk when you walk in those spaces. And with the things that happen now, walking in a Black-owned space, you don't have to worry about nobody calling you. You know what I mean? And saying is this person, which shouldn't really be a benefit. Right. But it is. Right.
No, absolutely. And like when you really think about it, like one of our long-term goals as it relates to the promotion of Black businesses is to no longer have to identify them as Black businesses, just from the aspect of, our people spending money with our people,
That's right.
That's what it is, because I'm pretty sure the Asians don't call their section of the town Chinatown. That's what we call it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for them, that's just the area where they do business and where they, purchase stuff from. That's theirs. But that's one of the long-term goals, definitely. And just getting back to a point you made, we're not only Blacklist, but Melanated Men of Action, Melanated and Illuminated, definitely African-centered. You know what I'm saying? And we're unapologetic about that. You know what I'm saying? You don't see the red, black, and green on everything, that we got and we do. And we love connecting our people back to the root, because, it's a lot of people that try to run from being African.
Yeah.
A lot of us, say a lot of different.
Everything, but you got one, even if you did have one grandmother that was Native, or one great-great-grandmother that was Native American, you got 89 of them who great grandmothers were from the continent of Africa.
Man, these Negroes want to be aliens and birds and
everybody
everything else but African. And you know what I'm saying? Like, we recognize that, you know what I'm saying, we were bred and we were bred over here, you know what I'm saying, in the Western Hemisphere, and those of us that are African American or descendants of the diaspora, you know what I'm saying, in some ways we are indigenous, you know what I'm saying, to this country, because, you know what I'm saying, this specific branch of the African tree didn't exist till, you know what I'm saying, everything happened over here. But with that being said, you know what I'm saying, there are no branches without the root.
That's right.
And, you know what I'm saying, and it's like Khalid Muhammad said, he said Africa isn't our home. He said Africa was our throne that we sat on to rule the entire world. You know what I'm saying? And so, but that's the problem is, you know what I'm saying, we don't want to connect back to the root. And, you know, when you look at all the different communities, it's not just necessarily what they're doing over here that's helping them build wealth, but they're building, you know what I'm saying, global marketing, you know what I'm saying, distribution chains, you know what I'm saying, that's going from America to Africa to China to South America. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't just them getting money over here. And so when you look at, you know what I'm saying, what we had, you know what I'm saying, a lot of us hadn't been out of our state or let alone the country, you know what I'm saying, to go out and connect and meet with other, you know what I'm saying, melanated people, other indigenous people around the world. And, you know what I'm saying, when you travel, like, at least me personally, like, I don't get nothing but love, you know what I'm saying, from melanated people, like, all over, you know what I'm saying, like, nothing.
Listen, I had a friend who came over here. He came over here through, he's from Eritrea, and he got here, he went through some hell and high water, went all the way through, like, Mexico, and went through Sudan, went through what people go through when they immigrate. And they end up on different shores. And one of the things he said was consistent was that people who looked like him, people who were brown skinned, no matter what language they talked, treated them with some nature of care and love.
Absolutely.
And people who were not treated them like they were not human beings. Right. And it was consistent, and they almost lost their life several times. And it is important. And, you know, when I think about, you know, having the opportunity just through, you know, getting an education to travel to Ghana, to travel to West Africa and look at it. Really, I felt like traveling home in a sense and being able to, and I don't know if my family was some people got DNA, so some of us were. So, you know, we look, okay, I'm sideborn, but to all my African people who are particular Igbo or, you know, Fulani and all that, African Americans are mixed Africans.
Right, that's not us.
That's everybody.
That's not
you know what I mean? From that DNA, I was like, damn, my grandmother was equal everything, but she was straight up African. And so, like, but just going there and going home and seeing, one of the things that stuck out to me more than anything was the fact that everything, we were told we were ghetto, right? This is such and such ghetto. This, what you do is ghetto. And what I saw, number one, was that these things are very African. You know what I mean? They are not a subpar type of culture. They are not, you know, something that's second class. They're not even just stuff we learned just because we were poor. They are really in the DNA. Very creative, very real good solutions to problems and way that we move in the world that's beneficial to us. And I think that power.
But see, that's the point on what we started out talking about today. You know what I'm saying? Like, where do we get that in our mind that our actions are ghetto, our religions are bad, you know what I'm saying? Our practices are bad. Like Malcolm said, who taught you to hate? You know what I'm saying? Like, and this, what I was mentioning earlier, how that starts at a real young age. They'll say, you know what I'm saying, Secunda, that's a ghetto name, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you have your name like that? Why you not Christine or Heather? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then you go back to the root, and you figure out, you know what I'm saying, like they've just really made us hate our own culture.
That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying? And it all ties, that's what, like I said, a lot of the media ties back to, you know what I'm saying, making melanated people hate themselves, make them want to be European or get indoctrinated into the European culture or way of life or way of looking, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I always say a quote from Wade Nobles, where he says, the essence of power is the ability to define someone's reality and make them live according to their definition as though it was a definition of their own choosing. And so this is where they play into...
Say that one more time. For the people in the back.
The essence of power is the ability to define someone's reality and make them live according to their definition as though it was a definition of their own choosing. And so this is what they do with the standards of beauty, you know what I'm saying, for our sisters, you know what I'm saying, where they tell, you know what I'm saying, a beautiful sister with, you know what I'm saying, that hair, you know what I'm saying, that everybody can see from a mile away. They'll tell you, you know what I'm saying, you can't wear that. That's not professional. You know what I'm saying? That's not, you know what I'm saying, a part of our culture, you know what I'm saying? They'll tell you, you know what I'm saying, like, you don't pass the paper bag test, you know what I'm saying? You ain't light enough to do media, you know what I'm saying? You ain't light enough to be on camera, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll tell me, you know what I'm saying, you need to cut your locks, you know what I'm saying, if you want to move up. You can't talk like that, you know, all those different things. And so this is just kind of tying back to, you know what I'm saying, why we have to have more of us in media, in front of, you know what I'm saying, the youth, in front of, you know what I'm saying, all our people, you know what I'm saying, showing that, you know what I'm saying, all shades, forms, ways of doing, you know what I'm saying, of black are beautiful, you know what I'm saying, because it's ours, you know what I'm saying. They told us that it was bad. They told us voodoo was bad. They given us this. They've given us that. And so now we're just taking it back and, you know what I'm saying, defining ourselves.
It's a beautiful day to live in.
Yeah, man.
I really believe that. I mean, it's a crazy day. It's a hard day, but I believe we're living on fortunately and unfortunately, we're living like in a cusp of transition.
Age of Aquarius, baby.
That's what it is. And there's like these changes that are happening. There are different people that are rising up. Even, you know, in terms of when I think of women who for very long have been really told in the same way that they were the subpar gender, you know, and now it's like, oh, let's question everything. I don't know. I don't know, but I don't receive that. Let's redefine how we see human beings and the power that we have as human beings and the power we have as black folks. Like, you know, just going back to the ways, even when I think about like women in, like, so in Ghana, they are of Lord, I can't think right now. Matrilineal. Yeah, right. And I was looking at that, and I was looking at the way their society is set up, and I was like, oh yeah, this is how it is in our community. You know, in a lot of ways, you know, our grandmother, Queen Mother, I call my grandmother Nanny, right? And that's kind of those people are the pillars of our communities. They make the decisions, like stuff not moved. Her house is that house is the house of where everything happened.
Facts. Shout out Mama Denver, baby.
Come on, right? These they were never. They were never the second class citizen. Those are things that we learned from another people that just wasn't in our just not the way how we were. Not they do have many different types of different, you know, West African, East African, Central African societies where there was some difference, but for the most part, that's just not how we moved generally. So yeah, just getting back to those things and learning about ourselves. I think when we learn about ourselves and having opportunities like this to share, it empowers us. Because the what empowers us to do is, like, first of all, it's like no longer do you try to fit in a box. that's not meant for you to fit in. You ain't made to fit in that damn box.
Facts.
Like,
Facts.
right, your hair, stop trying to, I mean, for whoever want to straight their hair, no shade to that.
Right,
Like, I'm not
right,
saying
right. What's
that.
up?
But even having the power and the freedom to know that, nah, this ain't how my hair grow. It's not made to be straight, right? That's just that's not what I don't move that way.
Right.
Even knowing that, and when you decide to have straight hair, it's not from an aspect of because something is wrong with me.
Right.
So okay.
Yeah.
End of this show. We got 5 minutes left. First, I want you to share again about the Black Food Truck Festival date, where they can find it out about it, hashtag, all that.
Right. Okay, well, man, first of all, I can give a few shout outs, man.
Yeah.
Shout out my homie, man, 725 Magazine, Hotel Magazine, my Blackout Show, Melanated and Illuminated, Blacklist Association, Melanated Men of Action. Of course, Action 1, y'all see us, man, get into action. I always, shout out to Allwood Radio. This my, actually first time being up here. So I just want to say RIP to Sister Ren, That was, I'm a big sister. I hadn't been up here to say that. So, man, it's just always love. But Action 1, August 12th, we finna be getting out there and launching it. Make sure that y'all are at the Shrine of the Black Madonna, August 25th, 12 to 8. Get your tickets now on Eventbrite. It's going down. It's going to be fun, family, fun, entertainment, education, and cooperative economics. So it's going to be going down, man. We're going to have a lot of different things. Follow us, the Blacklist Association, on Facebook. And you'll definitely be able to stay in tune, be able to see our ticket sales that we're going to have, with reduced prices for the people. And just bring the family out. It's going to be fun. Shrine of the Black Madonna, August 25th. Blacklist Association, Action 1, Melanated Men of Action. Melanated and Illuminated, man. We here, man. Allwood Radio. Always here, man, at the launch pad, man, where the spirit of the revolution exists, baby.
That's right. That's what we're doing here. Last thing before you go, because this is Imagine a World, and we do want to kind of spark the imagination or really kind of see what's in yours.
If I rule the world.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
10 things, which is a lot. 10 things you imagine. What is the Blacklist Association, Melanated Men of Action? Name the new
Action 1.
Action 1.
Yeah.
Action 1.
Yeah.
10 things that you imagine you'll see because of the foundation and the things that you've been able to create, be a part of because those things exist. What are the 10 things that you believe you will see within? Yeah, because they exist. Imagine.
Okay.
Because they exist.
Well, yeah, I definitely see more of us participating in cooperative, understanding and participating in cooperative economics. We're going to see more collaboration between organizations within the community. You're going to see more collaborations between different media outlets in the community. You're going to see more young black boys and girls, loving themselves. You're going to see a congregation of resources that are going to be worked to put together to help our people. You're going to see more young artists, that are really dope. You're going to start seeing and hearing them more. You're going to see more of our tech people that, tech is the next wave. You're going to see more and more of them out there. Because I got almost 7. I got 3 more. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop at 7, man.
Okay.
But I give it an 8. But yeah, I mean the main thing is just you're gonna see more and not just so-called black people, but all melanated people, you're gonna see more of us start to love ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see the start of the reverse of the trend of that self-hate, and we're gonna wipe that out. You know what I'm saying, within our community.
Yeah.
We're gonna wipe out all the cooning and everything else like that that's going on, man. Boycott NFL, man. Just say that.
Okay.
Just have to say that. But yeah, that's the main thing. Just more of us loving ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Thinking for ourselves, practicing Kujichagulia. And yeah, we here, man. We gonna be here, man. You see us around, man. Holler at us. You see us. You know, we here for the people, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so many of us, you know, when I imagine different people of color, like standing in our own glory and power, it's like I imagine something amazing. Because I think what we haven't had the opportunity to do in this space where there are so many different cultures, right? And there's so many different powers. But when we come to the table, most of us have to come to the table and surrender to something that's not even really a culture. It's whiteness. It's not even a people, right? So white people are not even a people. For them, honestly, to become white, they have to surrender to something. They have to surrender themselves to this thing that is not. I mean, but with it, they can live a good life. Don't get me wrong. Like, they can live a good life with it in this country. This country is the best place in the world for whiteness, I think. All kinds of white people. All kinds of whiteness. It's the matrix. It's good, you know, although that there is some humanity that they have to give up themselves to belong. But just the power of us stepping to the table, maybe like it was so long ago, where people of different colors came together, different ethnicities came together and created, using the influence of the powerful things within their cultures. Like, I look forward to seeing that. And I'm so grateful that you were here today. Thank you for bringing a light, shining, bringing a knowledge.
Melanated and Illuminated.
Right. Shout out to all the folks in Blacklist Association, the Melanated Men of Action. We appreciate you all and the work that you're doing. We out. I'm out. Imagine the world is a Secunda. Peace. That was dope. Thank you.
Yeah. Man, appreciate everybody that was checking us out, man. I'm over here, you know, at the historic All Real Radio. Make sure that y'all, you know what I'm saying, support them, show them love, man. Follow them on Facebook. Go get the app. You know what I'm saying? They out here. You know what I'm saying? They been here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even gonna say they coming. They been here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Peace. Fifth Ward. Black Power. In the trade.
Brother Stevens in the building. You know what I'm saying?
What's goody?
It's good, my G.
Sunday morning, put it in work. That's all.
Yes, sir. Oh man, peace, family.